the ground inside. It's Dickey. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. In the red area, it's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, they're after him. Back open in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he added the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
That's caught. It's Dickey. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Quick completion on the out. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the catch. It's Eakin. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Red Raiders go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To throw, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And man, those sting, man. The third down, the money down, your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called, receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a heat, and it's a sack.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete to the right. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves.
Here's a little room there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's Hammond. Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Underwood. Lost one deep down the right side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Bringing the heat. Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the home squad, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Got a little grass. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
3rd down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level, not only picking up the 1st down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Underwood on the play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky 1st half.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Makes the catch. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Under fire. Lets it fly. Got a man. It's Simmons. Into the secondary on the right. To the house. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and he's gone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Here's Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Marshall. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Third and 6 yards to go. To the air. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's a give to Joyner. Makes it past the marker. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why...
Touchdown, Red Raider! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Balls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's fourth and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Here comes the option. The pitch. Running to Green. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
How about that, man? Third and long. You know what I'm going to run? Let's see. Long pass, go route. No, we're going to run the option and try to catch him off guard. And I think they do a little bit, but the defense does a nice job rallying and getting to the play and getting to the pitch man before he gets to the sticks.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Breaks the tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Play action with Underwood. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense got it. All by himself down the middle. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and...
backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David, it's a defensive touchdown now, starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan, look at them running all the way to the house and add to their lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throwing, Underwood. He wants a big play here late. Upstairs, he's got it. Turning it on. He is in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hammond. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Might be changing the route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Gets it out fast. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Red Raiders enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout.
Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. Underwood. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired.